Landing clients can be hard. There's a million things you could do, but most of them take up way too much time. But I managed to blow up my business with just one YouTube video. It brought me clients for multiple years and generated 6 figures in revenue. I'm going to show you the exact strategy I used so you can just copy me. It's very simple, but I've not heard anybody else talking about it. But if you don't know me, my name is Paul Richardson and I help businesses land clients from YouTube. I had started up a photography business. I had no portfolio, no clients, and absolutely no idea how to do marketing. So I did the only thing I knew how at that time, which was putting together a video. I was doing a lot of time-lapse photography. You know, where you see the sun setting really fast or traffic flowing around a city really quickly, where you just take the real world and then speed it up a bit. And I spent months shooting for a video. I went all around a local city, capturing the different angles, and then spent another month or so editing it. And I put it onto YouTube thinking, this isn't going to do very much, and I was right. After a few days, the video was still getting no views. So I thought, could I get the mainstream media to talk about it, like the local news websites and blogs? Because if they're talking about the video, then it's going to bring me in clients. So I started by looking at all the local news websites and breaking them down into 3 different buckets. So we have the small, medium, and then the large ones. And the small ones were just websites that were getting, say, under 10k views a month. Medium would be anywhere from 10k to 100k, and then large would be 100k views plus per month. And what I did was very, very simple. I took the video, I attached a little story to it talking about how much time and energy I'd put into shooting it, how much I loved the city of Manchester, and then I just started sending it out to the small websites. I just started filling up that bucket by emailing them. And I would look for websites that talked a lot about the city, places that might feature a time-lapse video, that might be happy to share it with their audience. And I would just send them a simple email like, oh, I've just spent the last few weeks filming this video about the city that I love. I thought you might be interested in checking it out. I didn't ask for anything. I didn't ask for them to share it. I didn't ask for them to spread it with their audience. But a lot of those websites did. They did go on to take it and to share it because it was very easy news for them. If you think news websites need news, they need stuff to talk about. So if you hand them something on a silver platter, they were happy to talk about it. So once the small websites started talking about it, I passed it up the chain to the medium-sized websites, and I would just email them the same thing. However, I would add a bit of social proof, and I would say something like, I've just spent the last few weeks filming this video about Manchester, and it's already been featured in these other websites. Thought you might be interested in checking it out. And again, these websites then started posting about it. And over the next week, all the local news websites started picking up this video. They started sharing it. I got featured in the local newspaper, and I started getting emails from people that wanted to work with me. I started landing clients off the back of that single video. But not only did it bring me clients for the next few weeks, it then brought me clients for the next few years because that video started to rank on the first page of Google. So whenever you search for something on Google and all the search results come up, it often includes videos to YouTube. So if somebody searched for Manchester time-lapse, my video was coming up on the first page of Google. So that video kept bringing me clients for the next like 7 or 8 years. Now, at first I thought maybe that was a fluke, maybe they just got lucky. So I repeated this exact same process again. I went down to London and filmed another video there and did the exact same thing. They picked up on it, it started to get views, and it just brought me clients for years and years to come. And many of those were big clients. I went on to do work for Amazon, Audi, the BBC, and often landing 5-figure contracts purely because I had a few videos on YouTube. Now, I want to break this strategy down for you in a little bit more detail so you can actually use it and start to get results for your own business. But first, if you want to start landing clients from YouTube, I've got a free email course in the video description down below, and it's 30 ways in 30 days to land more clients from YouTube. So if you think about why this worked, it was a two-part strategy. One was because the local news websites were talking about me, because they were sharing my work. That gave me a lot of credibility and a lot of social proof. But that also helped the video to rank on Google. So for all those years afterwards, when people would search for Manchester time-lapse, that video kept coming up. But let's break this down into a little bit more detail for you. So we need to think about what your ideal client avatar might Google. And that could be one of many things. In my past business, it was quite easy. They'd just be searching for Manchester time-lapse, hire Manchester time-lapse photographer, things like that. Then you want to write out a big list of all of these different things that they might potentially Google. For example, one of my current clients works in the male grooming niche. So his ideal client might search for something like how to style your beard. Once you have a big list of things that they might Google, then you just go and Google them. You can look at the Google autocomplete suggestions to see what other interesting ideas might come up, and also have a look at the videos that show up on the first page of Google. Have a look at how well those videos have been done, because if that video is not very good, there is a high chance you could make a video, do a better job of it, and then rank on that first page of Google. That is the prerequisite for making this strategy work. You do have to make a video that is worthwhile ranking on the first page of Google. It has to be a good video to start. But if you want to go a little deeper and do what I did, where we steal the attention of the mainstream media, then this is what you need to do next. First, you need to make sure that it is actually newsworthy. Now, that could be as simple as an interesting story. Remember that many of these websites, they need content to share. So if you give them something on a platter, they'll often be happy to share it. So you list out the 3 buckets of different websites. You figure out who are those websites of the different sizes, what are the small, medium and large ones, and write them all out. Then once you have your video up, you just send them a simple email saying, I made this video, I thought you might be interested in seeing it. You don't need to ask for anything, you don't need to ask them to share it, you just pass the video over to them, and if it is interesting to their audience, they will go on to share it. Once the small websites start talking about it, use that social proof to go to the medium-sized websites and say, well, it's already been featured on these other places. And if you get lucky and the medium-sized websites post about it, then go to the large websites and share it with them. And this is literally all I did for multiple videos. This was all the marketing strategy I did. Once I'd made a video, I would just find the websites that might be interested in talking about it. I would share the video to them, attach a story to the video, and then they would just share it with their audience. Their audience would come to the video, it would give me views, it would give me social proof, and I was able to land clients for years. Literally, all the marketing I did for that photography business for like 7 years was just make these videos. I didn't run paid ads, I didn't do cold outreach, I just made these few videos, they ranked on Google, and it brought me business for years. I know it sounds like a lot of work, but trust me, it is worth it. But if you want to make sure the video can get organic views from YouTube, then you need to make sure it has a killer thumbnail. So watch this video next to learn how to do that.